provide more formula instead of breast milk because of the special type of fat that's in the progesterone. So that potentially could be an option during the day to switch over to just progesterone instead of using some breast milk.
Right.
And then adding MCT oil. People do it different ways. People do a drop here or there. Adding it to the formula is not incorrect if he's taking it, but sometimes the oil itself doesn't taste great, and so it can cause less of a volume of intake. It sounds like with him he's taking pretty good volume though, so maybe that's not an issue.
How else would you do it?
You just do a drop in the mouth 3 times a day.
Got it. Okay.
That makes sense too.
Yeah, because she had Samara recommended putting it in his bottle with every feeding, so I didn't even think that I could just drop it in.
You could, and you know you're only doing 3-4 feeds, so it would just be like a drop 3 or 4 times.
Not a problem. Yeah.
So and sometimes we love to use MCT oil, and we provide it. We start off with 1 ml 3 times, 4 times a day, and then we increase. But there definitely is a threshold for most kids for tolerance, either with worsening. It can cause diarrhea, it can cause vomiting. So usually we tread lightly with increasing that. So I think going to 2 would be a step from going to 1, but maybe up to 3 was more than he could handle.
Well, I started him off at 3 right off the bat, she said, and he threw it up. But he was able to tolerate, 2 mLs, in 1 bottle without, a lot of stuff.
Okay.
Or actually throwing it up.
Okay, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
Another thing that we do is we often concentrate the formula. So you're concentrating a little bit because you're adding the MCT oil, but you're just mixing to the standard mixing instructions plus using breast milk. So it's not much more concentrated than breast milk. You can do more concentrated formula by adding less water. And so that is something we try also, but it can affect tolerance, vomiting, stooling, and such. But if somebody was taking enough volume, we might start off with progesterone, 20 calories per ounce, increase maybe to 24 calories per ounce if we need. If they're taking enough fluids. And those are usually things we try before we do MGT. So.
Well, my thing is that if I make it too formula-y, he doesn't want it. Like, he will take it and then just, it just comes out, all over him. He won't suck. So I do it. I even rub the nipple around, so you can get the smell and all that stuff. But
so is that when you mix straight formula, you try and provide it, he takes less? Is that what you're saying?
No, when I actually don't get the exact amount of water, or I don't put, sometimes you eyeball it, and I can tell, okay, I'm off on the water a little bit, but I'll make it anyway, see if he'll take it, because I know it's not so watered down, and he won't like it. It'll take longer to try to get it down.
Okay, yeah, and that happens too. Sometimes they're smarter than us.
Yeah.
And you concentrate it more and they just take less volume.
Yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Have you tried just the formula by itself?
Once. Yeah. Did you put the MCT oil in it when you did it at your mom's?
Yes.
And I wasn't there, and so he was hungry, and he
drank that all. He just sucked it down like he was.
It was only 2 ounces, but he took it all down
fast.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good.
He did real good.
And that wasn't diluted, you're saying?
No, it was,
not really.
that's 1 scoop and 2 ounces of water and 1 ml.
There was no breast milk in there, huh?
No.
Yeah, and he just sucked
So
it
I
down.
forgot it.
Yeah, that's right.
And
You
he
did.
was fussy. I'm like, damn it.
So we tried it. We thought, what the heck? We'll try.
I didn't think it was going to work, and I gave it to him, and
I fed him, yeah.
Yeah.
It wasn't long.
Just like that.
He didn't stop. He didn't drool. Nothing. He just ate it like. It was great.
Okay,
so.
That's good to know. And I wonder if we took out the MCT oil, it would be more interesting.
I don't know.
Yeah. So I'm just thinking out loud for things to try. I'm not sure what approach the doctors will want to take if they do admit. And like I said, usually we base these things on inadequate weight gain. So if somebody's not gaining enough, then you might switch all over to formula as much as you can. So we'll see if they think if the weight gain has been fluid, stool, or if it's actual true weight gain.
Okay.
Do you have any questions about the formula or anything else related to nutrition?
No, do you know any other websites to get the formula on? other than Amazon or diapers.com?
I think those are probably the best.
Okay. Okay.
You
Because
can
they
go.
don't sell it at the stores.
Yeah, you can go to the formula website and buy it, but I think you can go to Amazon.
Yeah, it's more expensive on Infamil. Okay. Just wondered if you knew anything.
What insurance company do you guys have?
We have Medi-Cal, CCS.
And you're buying the formula?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, let me see if we can talk to anybody about that. For CCS, for specialized formulas, sometimes we can get them covered.
Okay.
Okay, any other questions?
No, not at all. Those are some good suggestions with the less water. I mean, I kind of figured, but whatever works.
Yeah, I'm just
Whatever
giving you
works.
options
Yeah.
for
Yeah.
things that might happen.
Absolutely.
Things that might happen in the near future. But like I said, I don't even really know what's going to happen today. So.
Yeah.
When he starts eating baby food, will he think he'll give it away, or just let him?
Not necessarily. So when you first start solids, they're not real interested in them, and it's more about building up the skills.
Yeah.
And so there's ways that we can make the baby foods have more calories, and we can provide the formula first, and then the baby food after, just so they don't get pissed off at you, and
Yeah.
you know.
Which he does. And the texture would be kind of strange to them too, wouldn't it?
At first, yeah. So in the beginning, it's more about the skills than actually the nutrition, and then you build, and as they learn to recognize what it is, then they start taking more. And like I said, there are definite ways to provide more calories in baby food. Like some people start with rice cereal first. Well, you can mix rice cereal with your formula. Provide more calories that way.
For kids that have a BA, is that recommended?
For
For kids that have the biliary atresia, to mix the rice with the formula?
sure, yeah.
Okay.
You can mix it with breast milk. You can mix it with water. You can mix it with formula. But
Right.
for somebody where we're really worried about the calories, I would say skip the water and mix with formula.
Okay.
How about bacon drippings? I would eat that.
Like that.
That probably would give them. Well,
something.
I don't know. More watery,
Flurries.
I mean, when do you
more
start?
watery diarrhea is a
They
possibility.
like it
But
though.
What age do you usually start them on the rice cereal? Is it 6 months? Yeah.
5, 6 months.
6 months, yeah.
5 months is a little bit old. 6 months is more what they're recommending now. But it's
Yeah.
really based on ability to hold the head up and
Yeah.
readiness
Does
to
that.
feed. If he seems interested at the table when you're eating.
He does.
Yeah.
He's still too young though.
That's what's going on now.
Yeah, and there are higher calorie like fruits and vegetables. So say something like sweet potatoes would be more calories than carrots. And
Is there more calories? Like, they've got those, they call them baby bullets, where you take a sweet potato and you make it into baby food yourself. Is there more nutrition doing it at
Yes.
home, or as opposed to buying it in the jar from Gerber?
I think if you have the time to make stuff at home and you have the desire, yeah, I would definitely do it. But there's
Okay.
nothing the matter with using Gerber if you're busy, and it's not a possibility for everybody. But if you can make stuff at home, people say it probably tastes better.
Yeah.
Probably, if it's fresh vegetables and fruits that you're making things from, then you probably do have more nutrient content. But yeah, there's nothing the matter with Gerber if you need it.
Oh yeah. Yeah, you survived it too. You ate Gerber.
Turned
For
out
a
okay.
minute.
I think we all did.
I think so too.
They've been around a long time.
That has.
I went straight to pasta.
I
It's just
think
me.
you'd like pasta too. A little sauce on it, yeah. That'd be good.
Okay, so let me see if I can find any doctors and
All right.
see if
There
they-
should be one around here somewhere.
Hopefully.